following the Philadelphia 76ers season coming to another abrupt ending in the second round, this time to the Miami Heat, and another disappointing playoff performance from James Harden. The main question for the Sixers became what James Harden's new contract would look like. It wasn't necessarily whether he would re-sign with the team, but it was how much it would be for and for how long. It looks like we got that answer now, as it is now being reported that James Harden is expected to pick up his player option for next season and then sign another short-term extension after that, most likely for 2 years. With the number one question in the offseason being answered, we now can move forward to other things and what this new extension, new signing by James Harden means for the rest of the team and their actions moving forward heading into this offseason, leading into the draft, leading into free agency, and the rest of the offseason. So today in this video, we're going to be exploring what this James Harden extension means for the Philadelphia 76ers and how it will affect their team moving forward heading into next season. Okay, so to start off, it has been reported that James Harden is expected to pick up his player option of $47 million and then sign another extension of most likely 2 years after that. So it looks like James Harden will be on a 3-year deal with the Sixers moving forward. This is good for a couple reasons. Number one, if James Harden's play continues to diminish, it's not like you have him under contract for too long, and it actually makes James Harden tradable. You would be able to move on from him if he's not giving you what you're looking for. But it's also good just to get James Harden back on this team and to continue building the core of Harden, Embiid, and Maxey that the Sixers have been, that the Sixers had started to build last season. Now, on to what this means for the rest of the team. So the Sixers were already over the salary cap. They were already into the luxury tax. Even before the Sixers, it was announced that they were expected to sign this deal with James Harden. This deal then puts them even further over that cap and limits them further into signing free agents. They would only really be able to sign players to the veterans minimum deal in free agency, and they would have no cap flexibility whatsoever if they were to continue moving forward with the same core guys that they have right now. So in these past few days, it has been reported that the Sixers are exploring trades involving Danny Green and the number 23 overall pick. It was also reported that they're gauging other teams' interest in players like Tobias Harris, Matisse Thybulle, Furkan Korkmaz, and Milton. Tobias Harris obviously being the biggest name out of all those players, and Tobias Harris is actually the second highest paid member of the Sixers behind James Harden. Moving him off the team and trading him to another team and getting back other assets in return would then clear cap space for the Sixers, give them more flexibility moving into the offseason to sign other free agents and bring other players into the team. So what I think this new extension for James Harden means is that the team's going to trade Tobias Harris. They're going to probably trade Danny Green. They're going to get these big contracts off the books so that they can have flexibility moving into the offseason. I say this because if they were not going to trade Tobias Harris, then they're basically going to be running it back with the same exact group that was on the floor last year. And let's all be honest, I don't think that team had quite enough to win the NBA championship. And that's the ultimate goal of the Philadelphia 76ers, especially with Embiid in his prime. You have to go make these moves now to win the championship now. And if you keep that same core of Harden, Embiid, Maxey, and Harris, you have no flexibility to go out and get any more depth pieces, any more players that fit well, and you're going to have all the same problems as last year. It's basically just going to look the same. The only thing that could be different is Embiid stays healthy. But even if he does stay healthy, I don't see this Philadelphia 76ers team winning the championship, if I'm being honest. So what I think is going to happen is Daryl Morey is going to try to trade Tobias Harris. He's also going to try to trade Danny Green, who's now injured. So the Sixers are going to try to get something back in return for him before they have to just let him go and not pick up that option for next season. And they're going to try to trade Tobias Harris. They might have to attach future draft picks to it. They'd probably have to trade him to a rebuilding team for maybe some players that are on the roster that might be a little bit older and just don't fit what that team is looking for. I don't know what exact players that would be. You would have to go around the league and look at what you could get for Tobias Harris and potential future draft picks. I do think that's the direction the Sixers are heading, as they don't want to be stuck in this situation where they just don't have any flexibility to upgrade the roster at all. Daryl Morey has always been a guy that's gone for big trades in the past, and there's a potential he continues to try to do that. There's been rumors about the Sixers and Bradley Beal, for example, other players as well. You can never really count the Sixers out when it comes to making a big move because they have Daryl Morey on their side. So we'll see what happens going into this next season. But if the Sixers were able to trade Tobias Harris, it would open up a lot more room, a lot more money could be spent in free agency. They would go out and be able to get decent bench players. There's tons of players out there that could help the Sixers win. And will be good depth pieces for the Sixers coming off the bench. Everyone else seems to have all these good players coming off the bench, and it seems like the Sixers just aren't able to develop good players like that. The Sixers definitely have what it takes with the core of Embiid, Harden, and Maxey. They just need to put the right players around them, and I think the first step in doing that, unfortunately, is trading Tobias Harris. As much as I like Tobias Harris, it seems like that's the direction the Sixers are heading towards, and it seems like the necessary steps that need to be taken for the Philadelphia 76ers to reach that goal of winning an NBA championship. So we'll see what happens moving into these next few weeks, heading into the draft, as the season has just concluded with Golden State winning the finals in 6 games. At least the Celtics lost the finals. That's something good. But that's pretty much all I got for this video, guys. If you did enjoy, please subscribe for more Sixers videos and Eagles videos, and drop a like down below to help push this content out to other people. Give me your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think this means for the Philadelphia 76ers? Do you like the James Harden extension? Do you think they're going to trade Tobias Harris? Just let me know. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this video. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.